Greetings all. Welcome tonight too of a continuation of what Stace is now officially calling the Raven readings. Though he may be saying they're raving Raven readings. Who knows? I don't know how they come across to others. He sees me on full moon energy. So if you're out there saying that, my doo-doo. All right, just kidding. So when I got home today, Stace was like, babe, there's readings waiting for you again. And so I said to him, well, I know there are. We still have Aquarius and Pisces that we got to do for the millennials. And he's like, no, there's Raven readings for you. So my doo-doo knows I hate doing readings without him, but what I'm being told is that he's right. Sometimes it's just me that needs to be in the chair because of the cards and the downlines and certain things like this. So, he's my doo-doo. He's my doo-doo foo-doo, and he is my other half, and I love him so, so much. So, if my doo-doo foo-doo, my twin flame, and my sidekick over here is telling me that even without him I got to do the readings because he can feel it. He can feel that there are messages that need to get out to people. Then I'm going to go ahead and honor that for folk tonight. He and I were talking the other day about there being something about the fours. And he said again today, he's like, I feel like there's another four for you. And I'm like, oh gosh, but then I realized, wait a minute, I read somebody's line the other day and they had all fours, and then today I saw fours, 3 fours, the angel number 444 everywhere I went. So I'm going to guess that my doo-doo foo-doo Stace is correct. So without further ado, again, for what he's now terming the Raven reads, I don't know who I'm reading to. I don't know which energy. All I know is that there is messaging here that I'm being asked to deliver to someone. So here we go. And I will tell you that tonight it seems like it's my mom in my ear. First thing off top, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So we have somebody that doesn't have good community. They're in separation. They're doubting themselves. Things like this. I'm being told take it. Queen of Wands. I was trying to give it away, but no, it's a Queen of Wands who is typically independent, funny, confident, usually ready to get out there and rock and roll, but this is a Queen of Wands that feels like they're very separated somehow from their own community. That's what I'm being asked to say. What of this Queen of Wands? Sorry, that was just me, not Spirit. What of this Queen of Wands, please? There we go. And the Queen of Cups. What of them? This is really weird, the way they're coming at me. So a Queen of Wands is typically somebody, that has the fire, ready to rock and roll, whereas the Queen of Cups is very emotionally mature, stable, this sort of thing. They're not being each other's community. They're not in each other's community. They're not in each other's company, something like this. We'll get some more clarifying. There's the Star. Somebody hopes to revitalize a relationship between Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands. One of the two is hoping for the Star between the two. Because right now what they're in is Four of Wands reversed together. And, there's a King of Swords. Okay, I think I see where this is going. See why the two queens are not necessarily jibing. The star for both of them is to both get along but there's a King of Swords involved here. I not particularly caring where this is going for. Anything else on this? Right here. King of Swords that holds the 10 of Pentacles. So this is somebody that's pretty well off. I already kind of know where this is going, but I'll just go ahead and pick up what we're not seeing here. Yep. King of Swords, who has some money, is dropping a page of Pentacles. Dropping a new page of Pentacles. And what we have back here are two people, and what I'm hearing my mom say is that these two used to be friends. You're now in reverse of friendship because there is you both want the same star. There's a star that you both want, and it's this guy. And remember, we're not talking about female versus male here because tarot doesn't dictate. This could literally be two dudes that were best friends, and the star is another dude or another chick. We don't know. So this is just the story itself, explaining itself. But the King of Swords is somebody that is of means, and the King of Swords is dropping a new pentacle. Okay? So essentially the star is in between these two queens, one with a fiery spirit and one with a very loving heart. All right. I'm going to actually get some clarification on what this king of this wealthy or well-to-do or at least well-off, stabilized King of Swords, what kind of page of Pentacles is he dropping? I get made fun of every time I knock on these. We're here. He's juggling between the two. There's that Ace of Pentacles again. He's juggling these two as two lovers. What the fuck? And sticking a Three of Swords because he's spinning the wheel. So I'm not sure which of the two queens the King of Swords is. He's juggling between both. Okay? He wants to drop the new Page of Pentacles. He's already lovers with both, is what my mom is saying. This is, my mom's generation have several names for this, but my mom is saying the word cad. Okay? This guy, according to my mom, is a cad. Okay? And he is literally, what my mom is saying is that both queens feel this. Both queens are feeling this because of this cad. And my mom is saying and she's saying that the queens are two females. The queens are two females. He's spinning the wheel in between two females. This is a cheating King of Swords. Okay? This is why I think I'm already going, I don't like rape. My mom is saying, too bad, so sad. The gift is the gift. The gift comes with whatever you're going to unwrap, is what she's saying. Okay. You're causing this King of Swords, and actually I know this King of Swords that doesn't bother to, my mom says he doesn't bother to read, he doesn't give a shit. That's what she's saying, he doesn't give a shit, miss. He doesn't give a shit, missy. He's causing both. Okay, both are getting this, right? That's because, although this came out in the upright, what my mom is saying is that understand it from this perspective. He only loves himself. Anybody that does that to not one but two different people, that does that juggling back and forth, they love themselves, okay? So I already feel like I'm being judgy. And I apologize to my viewers out there. I think people just want to know and want confirmation is what my mom is saying. If they're being juggled, and the answer is yes, you are. And it's causing both of the females. She is saying both females, like women, she's saying, that identify as women. And the King of Swords is definitely somebody that identifies as a man. Is juggling, spinning wheel, because this is who he actually lives. This is who the King of Swords actually loves. Okay? To answer both of your questions. My mom is saying that both need to put it down. The females need to put it down. So that he can learn the lesson that to spin the wheel against two different people, or have two people in your wheel at the same time, you're going to get in trouble. Nothing else in Kipperish? She said, why can't I just explain that I am justice and the wheel? I am justice. I am the wheel. I am a Libra. I am a Raven. I am a messenger. I am justice. And I was born on 10/10 at 10:10 in the morning. And I've had enough life experience now to know that if you spin the wheel in the wrong kind of way, when you still have somebody inside of that wheel and you want to spin somebody else, imagine this. I'm showing you, what's that ride that goes really fast, that forces people, that centrifugal wheel? Okay, imagine, if you will, you've got a king right in the middle of the centrifugal wheel and he's spinning two queens inside of that wheel. When that ride stops, what do y'all think happens if you're not buckled in and you're not prepared? Puking, vomiting, all the gross stuff, right? All the nasty stuff that none of us want. You know, I'm very sorry for both of these ladies out there, because I know from experience how that hurts. I've also caused that hurt in my past when somebody did some pretty gnarly things to me. And I remember, this was even before I could hear my mom's voice come online. I just remember my soul thinking, are two rights going to make a wrong here? And I'm being asked to say that because it's something that this gentleman here who's causing, well, he's doing this, okay? He's already, I'm being told he's already planted that pentacle, and the one that's asking knows, your soul already knows. It's one of those scenarios where my mom is saying it's not fair to be angry with the other, especially if the other doesn't know. Okay, you're on tarot because you're on tarot reads because you need confirmation, is what my mom is saying, and you have it. You need to keep in mind that the guilty party here, unfortunately, in this situation, is this gentleman who only thinks about himself, okay? It's not the other, okay? My mom is saying the other doesn't know. Sounds like you're going to make sure the other knows, but the other currently doesn't know. They think they are in a solid relationship, that this King of Pentacles doesn't have somebody else already, okay? He's who's sticking it in. He's who's doing this to both of you, okay? Both of you are innocent in this. Both of you in your minds have him in mind as the star, okay? And so in fairness to both of you, my mom is just saying, tell them, you are Libra, you understand what, even without me pulling even one more card from this board, Libras carry karma. They carry it even towards and against themselves. And so even when I got very, very, very extremely hurt and I did something stupid like that in my very young 20s, post being extremely hurt. I paid for that. And let me tell you how I paid for that to these two queens. When I married my two youngest sons' biological father, he was military and he did absolutely nothing but cheat with anything and everything that moved. Okay, I did a revenge, hey, how dare this person, so fuck this, I'm leaving it this way. I spun the wheel in the wrong kind of way, and then I paid that karma in full. And so, and then some. So, being balanced justice, obviously I eventually went and got myself the mental health help that I need. And I will tell you, of the two in that military marriage, I was the party that, despite 8 years of that person just cheating left and right, I never, not once, ever cheated on that person. And I have never, ever done that again, because even before my spiritual awakening, there was something telling my soul, look, you do it even one time, especially if you are a Libra carrier. The karmic shit that you are going to be throwing not only at yourself, it's not something I would be doing. And with this guy pulling the wheel, there's some Libra somewhere on the line. Now, as bad as much as I got to pay the karmic price, with me seeing the wheel out here and knowing that this gentleman king here, which I wouldn't do, this is just me trying to be polite and not to name call, with this guy spinning the wheel, juggling, and already having planted it, knowing that he is got two on the hook, knowing that the wheel is involved, anybody that fucks around, particularly with a Libra, and if this is anywhere, if I see any roll of the dice that suggests it's somebody our age, this guy better be clever enough to seriously hide this, because anybody that fucks around in our generation finds out. So, and finds out what comes next. And to me, there's a suggestion and a hint here that there is some Libra energy involved. Karma is definitely coming for this guy. Okay? All right. Weird shit we have to share, but that's part of when you read and when you're open and you've done the work. You can't hide who you are. You can't undo shit. There's a reason our shit is collapsed for a reason. We had to do the work. All right. I'm being told to tell these two ladies, okay, love, okay? This is what Spirit is sending both of you. Love. You will be celebrating love in all of its forms. Know that love is what's going to nurture your new connections and bring joy to both of your hearts, okay? You're both going to figure this out. My mom is saying these two they're your queens for a reason. You're queens for a reason. And remember, no dictate here on, these could be two guys that are being juggled by a girl, but I'm being told by my mom, in this case, we're talking about a guy juggling two actual women. All right. Regret. Reflect on lessons from regret with forgiveness and growth. Each moment is a chance for renewal. Again, they're focused now on these two ladies. Okay? You both know you want that's your star. And I think you both, what my mom is saying, they both suspect the other already. You two know each other somehow, is what I'm being told. You two know each other somehow. Okay? And you suspect that he's doing this. And you're not talking currently, but you will be. That's what it is. I thought this was like a friendship breakup initially. And you're both wandering. You're both wandering about the other. Anything else in here? No. It's going to boil down to you two are going to have to start healing and connecting and reconnecting with each other. The forgiveness piece comes between the two of you. Sounds like you both are very intuitive, and one of you at least, I think both of you watch tarot. I think both of these ladies watch tarot. And they're checking. They're checking to see. I wonder if you're both hitting my, this is really, I actually want to ask when the two of you are going to figure this out. I want to know when, both of you. Because you both suspect, you both each know who the other is. And you both have turned that Four of Wands upside down. There's no celebrating there. You're in a holding pattern. You used to see each other. You used to hang out. You used to have fun. But you both suspect that there's this guy. So, yeah. But neither knows for sure, is what she's saying. Neither knows for sure that it's true. They just are both suspicious. And somehow your soul is telling you you're suspicious of the other. What I'm not understanding here is how one doesn't already know that the other is with this guy. I'm listening. Hold on. I'm just like, how is that even possible if they've been hanging out before and they voluntarily threw the Four of Wands, but they don't know that the other one works with the other. This used to be somebody that would come over. One works with the guy. That's how you know each other. You guys used to hang out and things like that. So it's just suspicion. You're not hanging out anymore. I was like, how is this? You know, my mother was an investigator. Tomorrow looks promising. You both look at tarot. That's going to be found out by tomorrow. This guy's going to be done juggling tomorrow. Every day he ain't going to be juggling anymore. Yeah, and 33. My mom is saying that might be around your age bracket. You guys used to hang out. You had like, he brought one home to meet the other, is what I'm seeing. This one has kids too. I'm being told these two have kids. So initially it seemed innocuous. Cool, this is so-and-so that I work with, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what, buddy? Your days, I was gonna say, this storyline wasn't making sense. Especially when I was being told that neither party is at fault. This guy, what my mom is saying, has told this one that this one and he are separated, divorced, something like this. Yeah, he's lying. He's lying. He's who's causing this. So, I'm going to say turn your intuition on. That's a sloppy story. I don't really, I think these two queens are both intuitive. They both watch tarot. And, this guy is done as of tomorrow. Yeah. Judgment. Y'all are pulling judgment. You are going to go, one or two or both of you are going to have this guy by tomorrow. So, shh. he gonna be done with that. Oh my goodness. What a sloppy, sloppy, sloppy man. Seriously. No. They're saying no, just go ahead and roll die. Well, the king ain't that good. My mom says his pinnacle ain't gonna be that good either when the fire sign, the wands, is done. Ooh, oh my. There's fives here, so we have 25. We have do the fives. Everybody's got the double zero, so there's a reset back to happen. My mom said in the meantime, take a power nap. Take a power nap, baby. This person has a Gemini connection, either, and I don't know which one of you. I feel like it might be the Cups person. It's the Queen of Cups. You have a Gemini connection. And meditate. After all is said and done, and y'all have done the double, hey, we're not cool with that, sitch with him, and you've stopped that wheel from turning. Meditate, reset yourself. Okay. You are also Venus energy. You're of the planet love. Okay. So meditate. Whoever is playing back and forth here, that's done. I don't think this person watches tarot, though. I don't think this King of Swords does tarot. All right, get you some charms. We've got a T, a K. Ooh, confirmation that there's two of you. There's two of you. Man, I get into this. I don't feel like this is anybody on Stace's line, so I do not feel, nobody on that line is talking to me. I don't feel that this has anything to do with Stace's line. This is somebody out there that has an Aquarius connection, and or you have this turned off. I would say it's probably that king, because these two queens are turning it on right quick. Somebody out there has a motorcycle. My mom says that the Queen of Wands will be learning how to ride very soon because she's going to get it. She's going to get a lot of it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's what happens. Somebody likes dinosaurs. Somebody needs to go on a movie date. My mom is saying, with a new king. There's two queens that need a new king and not the same one. And then y'all are stopping that trip. This is the hot air balloon. It's upside down and in reverse. The fun is over. And then we also once again have what I'm saying is the witch's broom. It was showing like this. These two queens are intuitive. They're about to flip it like this. And yeah, they are going to get on and ride. Oh, this was a messy, sloppy, kind of ugly one. And that one took me a minute. And I wasn't quite understanding how these two just didn't know. But apparently at some point they've been introduced. And the Cups energy and what I'm being told is the Cups energy and the King of Swords work together, and King of Swords has been lying to Cups energy. So I'm being reassured to tell whoever is in the Wands energy, whoever has the fire sign, don't, pull out any dragons on the Cups energy lady, because she's been lied to. She didn't know. So, and then Cups energy, now you know. So now it's okay. Man, I hope this helps, and I hope whoever this sloppy king is learns how to use the wheel better. Seriously. I hope that helps, guys.